everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Hanna and I mostly post about plus size fashion, beauty, lifestyle, perfume, things like that. So if that sounds good, I hope you will stick around and subscribe to my channel. So today we're going to talk about my current favorites ranging from beauty to lifestyle and also some really nice plus size outfits that will be great for transitioning from summer to fall, and if you're going back to work after your summer holiday, I think this will be really good picks. So starting with the outfits, I actually got sent some outfits from Ulla Popken, who are a European plus size fashion brand, and they are sponsoring the beginning part of this video. I was sent 2 plus size outfits from the brand Ulla Popken and they are sponsoring today's video. For the first outfit I chose this beautiful colorful dress. I think this is perfect for work, but it's also the kind of dress that with the right accessories it can easily go from day to night. I paired it with these velvet flats with the little straps and I think they are just adorable. And also this leather jacket. This is such a classic style. This will never go out of fashion. And yeah, it's super nice quality as well. For the second outfit, I chose this beautiful bright red maxi skirt, which has a little like asymmetrical seams, and then just like a classic black knit sweater. And I do have a discount code. This is valid on the Finnish Ulla Popken site. And yeah, I'm really excited to partner with them. They are a super inclusive European brand. So check out the links in the description box and let me know which one of these outfits is your favorite. So thank you so much to Ulla Popken for sponsoring this video. I will leave all the links and the discount code in the description box. The discount code unfortunately only works on the Finnish site. But you can still have a look at the outfits and be inspired to shop your own country website. And I'm sure there will be other influencers from other European countries who also have these discount codes. And I think they do have a US site as well, but I will make sure, I will check and put it in the description or on the screen somewhere. Alright, let's start talking about my favorites, and I'm going to start with a lip product just because I want to put some on. So I have been really loving this Glow Reviver lip oil from e.l.f. Does this have a shade name? I am too blind to tell if this has a shade name, but it's this really nice pink, almost kind of watermelon shade. So I really like this lip oil formula. This is really like nourishing, but it also feels kind of maybe like slightly cooling. It has like a little bit of a minty smell. Or scent, I should say. It has just a little bit of a pink shade, but I obviously had a lip liner on underneath and I put this on. So I really recommend. I think these are just as good as the Clarins lip oils, which are a lot more expensive. So yeah, definitely recommend the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. Moving on from lips to blush, and I have 3 blushes that I've been really loving, and I'm wearing today like a combination of 2 blushes. This is a more like an affordable drugstore version. So this is from Kiko Milano, and I got this while I was in the Netherlands. I don't know if this is still available because I think it was their like limited edition like summer collection, but it's their Juicy Fizz Fusion Glow Blush in the shade 02 Rose Riviera. And this is just, first of all, it looks beautiful. Look at that blush. It's like a baked formula, and it's very like, it's very glowy. It's kind of almost like a blush lighter. So if you are wearing this blush, you don't necessarily even need to wear like a separate highlighter. It is just stunning, and I've been loving a glowy blush in the summer. So make sure to check out if they still have this. It might even be on sale since it was like a seasonal product. And if they don't have this particular one, I'm sure if they have other like blushes in this baked formula, I think those will be really, really nice. Definitely a big favorite this summer. The second blush I've been loving is this one from Rare Beauty, and I'm also wearing this one today. So I put this down first because this is a matte, and then I put the shimmery one on top. And this is their matte bouncy blush in the shade Hope, and it's really beautiful. It's kind of like this muted reddish kind of mauvey shade. Very, very pretty. And this is a cream to powder formula. So this is a matte powder blush on the cheeks, even though the formula is sort of like a creamy feeling. And it is matte, but it's not like flat, if that makes sense. It does have a little bit of a, not a glow, but sort of like a satiny feel, but it's still definitely, if you compare the top and bottom swatches, it's definitely more matte. Really recommend this. Unfortunately, you can't get this in Finland. We don't have Rare Beauty as it stands in stores, but if you are in Finland, you can always order this online from Sephora Sweden. I have ordered Rare Beauty products from there before. And obviously anywhere else you have a Sephora, you're gonna have Rare Beauty. Okay, this is the final blush product. And this is kind of like a similar shade to the Rare Beauty. So this could even be sort of like a dupe. So it's again like this kind of mauvey shade. And this is from the brand Can Make. And this is a Japanese brand, and you can get this on YesStyle. I really like this. This is again like a cream formula, but this is again a bit more glowy. I'll put that next to the Rare Beauty. It is a little bit more cool toned and definitely more glowy. So you can see it's kind of almost as glowy as the Kiko blush. But this is such good, like the packaging is not great. This was a very cheap product, but the packaging is not great. It's kind of cheap, plasticky. But I love the size of this blush. It's so small. I've used this a lot when traveling. And yeah, the formula is just beautiful. I've really enjoyed this Can Make blush. And I actually have a discount code with YesStyle now. So if you use my code, which is HannaK1, I'll put that on the screen as well, you can get a discount on YesStyle. It is an affiliate code, so obviously you don't have to use it if you don't want to support the channel. But yeah, you can get some money off with that code, and it obviously doesn't cost you anything. So yeah, that's just something to know that I now have that code. But I have purchased these products, everything except for the sponsored part with the clothes in the beginning. Everything else I've purchased myself. keeping with the Asian beauty theme, I have a highlighter recommendation. So this is the Espoir. I don't know how to pronounce the name of the brand, but this is the tone pairing highlighter, and this is such a beautiful like purple, but it's almost kind of like a duochrome, so it has a little bit of a pink shift, and this is very beautiful. It doesn't have any like glitter at all. It just gives you like a beautiful sheen and glow, but it's not like glittery. I wonder if I can get it to show up, but I will insert or I will link, because I did like a short with this product. Actually, I might put some on so you can see, but I did a short using this, so I already have some highlighter, but I'll put some on. So yeah, it is very beautiful, very glowy, but not glittery. It is a bit more expensive, but you can tell that it's like a quality product. And finally, for the Asian beauty corner, I do have one eyeshadow palette that's also from YesStyle, and this is by the brand Cherriep. Again, not sure how to pronounce it, but I really like it. This is the eyeshadow that I'm wearing today, and it's just really beautiful. Oh, the mirror is a little bit dusty, but these shadows, this is again like a C Beauty. I think this is Chinese, so it's a C Beauty brand, and I would really recommend this eyeshadow formula if you are a beginner with makeup and you are sort of afraid of shadows that are too pigmented, or if you have a very like fair skin tone like I do and everything looks like super dramatic on you. These shadows are really soft and blendable and buildable. So you can do a really soft look that I've done today, but you can also build up the intensity by layering the shadow. So I think these are very beginner friendly, and the shimmers are just beautiful. I think these are like eyeshadows that like a woodland fairy would wear. They're just so beautiful, like the sparkle, and it's not like with some, I have a lot of like eyeshadows from indie brands which are great, but they are also like, they can be a little bit hard to work with because they can be quite creamy, and the formula or the shimmer shadows can be quite they can crease quite easily, and they can be a bit intense for some people. And these are just like very ethereal, beautiful shimmers, but they're not too heavy. So if you have like hooded eyes like I do, this won't crease as easily as some of those really buttery, really thick formulas. So yeah, definitely recommend this brand, and I am going to get some more of their palettes. The name of the palette, I think this one that I have is Palpitation, if I remember correctly, but I will link it in the description. Okay, continuing with eyeshadow palettes, this is the palette that I've surprisingly actually used probably the most in the past couple of months, and this is a face palette. This is the Natasha Denona Glam face palette, and I bought this because I knew I was going to be traveling quite a lot this year, And this has been just so good to take with me when I travel, because I only need to take this one palette. It has a blush and it has a highlighter, and then it has these neutral shades that are basically like you can do a very sort of everyday casual look, and then you can do a little bit more intense with the like a darker colors. And they do have two options, like two versions of this palette. This is the light version, but they also have maybe it's called like a deep version that has obviously deeper blush and highlighter shades, and then a little bit more contrast in the eyeshadows as well, I think. So yeah, I really love the Natasha Denona formula. It is expensive, but I do quite enjoy it, and I am seriously thinking of buying their what's it called, I Need a Nude palette, because like it looks so beautiful. And honestly, I've been really into neutral eyeshadows. I used to always wear just colorful eyeshadows, but lately I've been really into the neutrals. So I've been really loving this palette. It's great quality and it's perfect for traveling. Of course, I have to have some recommendations for my indie eyeshadow girlies as well. And this year, in addition to neutral shades, I've been really loving pastels. And it's quite hard to find, as someone who has this fair of a skin tone, it's quite hard to find pastels that are actually like light enough, because some shades that other people consider pastels are like bright colors on me. This Chariot palette that I already showed you, this has some of my favorite pastel shades, like the pink and the green. I have the pink in my inner corners today. Those are really like true pastels. But if you really want to go for pastels, and if you want to have a broad selection of colors, I have this from the indie brand Bella Beauté Bar. I have this Pastel Gardens palette, and I've used this a lot this year. This is just amazing. It has all these lovely gradients, so it's really easy to do like monochromatic looks, or combine different, like do like a purple and blue or a purple pink blue look. And this also works really well as a companion palette with some of the more intense colorful palettes that I have, because like sometimes, because I have such a fair skin tone, it's difficult finding shades to blend with or to have as a sort of like a light inner corner shade. But yeah, this has the really like foily, glittery shimmers, and the mattes are also very pigmented, very buttery. So it's a bit more, I wouldn't say difficult to work with than some of the other formulas, but it's a bit more intense in every way. Maybe not quite as beginner friendly, but it's still like it's a beautiful, beautiful formula. I really, really enjoy this palette. The shimmers all on camera, they look kind of similar, but I promise you they are different. It's just the camera. But yeah, this has it's still available. I bought this on Monolith, which is the European site that sells indie makeup, like from different brands. But you can of course get it from the Bella Beauté Bar site directly. And I think they changed, this is still available, but they changed the packaging. So now mine is just sort of like turquoise metallic packaging, but I think the new packaging is like colorful. Okay, then I'll talk a little bit about perfume. You know, I love perfume. and I won't say too much about this because I just posted a video about this on my channel. I made a video of all these hyped up body mists, and one of them was this vanilla nectar from the brand Fleur, and this is amazing. It smells like vanilla ice cream and fruit, really like juicy, fruity papaya candy. Amazing. This has been one of my favorites this summer, but I won't talk more about it because like I have that video, so I'll link it and you can go watch the body mist video. But in the beginning part of this year, I was well and truly obsessed with the Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth perfume. Oh, this is so addicting. It's like a vanilla marshmallow scent. It has a chocolate note as well and a coconut note, but it's just very sweet and creamy, and it's not like super duper intense or super duper strong. I'm not saying it doesn't perform well, but I'm sort of saying that it's kind of safe to wear in crowds. It doesn't project like a crazy amount. Like if you wear this to the office or something, I don't think anyone will be super offended. It's inoffensive, let's put it that way, but it's so addicting and smells so nice. You have to love a sweet perfume, obviously. You have to like gourmand perfume to enjoy this, but oh my god, it's just so good. Really, really nice and really good for the price as well. This perfume is sort of similar. This has definitely similar vibes. They're not exact dupes, but it has a similar vibe to Sweet Tooth. And this is Kayali Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I hate the name. I don't know why it couldn't just be Yum Marshmallow. Like they had Yum Pistachio Gelato. Why not just Yum Marshmallow Candy or something like that? I feel like the word bougie is, I don't know, it's kind of cringe to have that in a perfume name. I don't know. But yeah, you can't see it, but I've used a good amount of this. Obviously this is just a small bottle, but I have like 40, maybe 45 perfumes. So the fact that I have a big dent in this just tells you that I really enjoyed this. This smells like a strawberry milkshake. And of course marshmallow as well, it's in the name. But these are sort of similar in my opinion. I don't know if you, well, maybe if you love sweet scents like I do, maybe you do need both. These are definitely nice as layered. I have gotten a compliment when I wore these two layered together. This brings in that strawberry, and this has, I think, lemon as well. So it's a bit juicier and fruitier, and this is definitely more like just like vanilla. So nice combination as well, but they do have similar vibes, I would say. Finally, for the perfumes, this is again another product that I got when I was in the UK. So this is probably not available in Finland yet, but I'm sure it will be at some point because we have all the Ariana Grande perfumes. This is Ariana Grande REM Cherry Eclipse. What a name. They have a scent called REM, which is like a lavender scent. So I don't have that one because I'm not a huge fan of lavender. But this cherry perfume, this one I really, really like. This has, in addition to cherry, I wonder if this had marshmallow too. It definitely is like a sweet cherry, and I think it has like praline. a praline note, but this is definitely not like a medicinal or like strong cherry. This is more like a airy, vanilla-y cherry. And yeah, when I wore this the first time, I got a compliment at our hotel in Birmingham. The bartender told me that I smelled wonderful at the hotel bar. So yeah, I definitely really love this. The only thing is that I go sort of nose blind to this. So after a while, once I've sprayed this, I can't really smell it anymore, which is unfortunate. But other people can still smell it. And I think the lasting power of this has improved, like after the bottle has been like open. So yeah, REM cherry clips. If you're in Finland, keep your eye out. Maybe they will come to Finland soon. Usually these perfumes launch in the US and then they come to the UK and then they come to Finland after that. So yeah, that's the final perfume. But if I had to like rate these, oh, I don't know. It is maybe between these two, the first place, but I don't really know. I can't decide between these two. This one is really good as well, though. They are all very nice. I also want to mention a few non-beauty related favorites. So my favorite hobby recently, in addition to like going out for walks and the gym and stuff like that, that really helps with my mental health. I found another thing that really helps with my mental health, and that is coloring. So I saw another plus size fashion creator here on YouTube, Becky Reynolds. She made a video about coloring, and I was like, no, I've tried it. Like wasn't really my thing, but it turns out that I just had like the wrong tools when I tried coloring before, because I used to try like pencil, you know, like the wooden, like the pencils, and I don't like them. I get a weird like it's like a weird sensory thing. I don't like wooden things or pencils or whatever. I don't like the feeling of holding them, and I also didn't like how the pictures looked. So yeah, I thought that it's not really my thing. I didn't really like watercolors either. So, but Becky Reynolds, she talked about alcohol markers, which are basically like regular markers that you would have like as a kid, but they're not water-based, but they're alcohol-based, which means that they sort of the color sort of spreads out a little bit more, and it's easier to color without there being like streaks. So it's going to be more even. And I got some of those. I just have like some cheap brand. I don't have any of these fancy ones that people have on TikTok. But I got some of those markers, and I've really been enjoying coloring since I got those. And now I got one of these comfy, cozy coloring books, and I'm not very good yet, but I'll just show you. So you can see it's kind of like it's like more even. So yeah, if you want to try coloring, maybe try alcohol markers instead of the wooden pencils, and maybe you'll love it like I do. Okay, then finally, a couple of Netflix recommendations. So I just started watching the new season of Wednesday. That seems really fun. But I actually want to recommend an animated movie on Netflix. And maybe if you're on social media a lot, maybe you have heard of this. But there is an animated movie on Netflix called K-pop Demon Hunters. And that sounds crazy, but it's a really good movie. And if you know me, you know I do like K-pop. I'm not maybe quite as intensely into it. Like, I don't keep up with all the groups as much as I did back in like 2020. But I do love K-pop. There's a lot of groups that I really like, and but that's not really the point with like K-pop Demon Hunters, the movie. I don't think you have to be into K-pop. Like, I watched it with my husband, and he thought it was also quite interesting and quite fun. I caught him laughing a few times. So I don't think you need to know about K-pop as an industry to enjoy this movie. And obviously it's an animated movie, so you might think that, oh, it's for kids. But I thought it was really entertaining. I thought it's a well-made, just like a fun animation. If you like supernatural things, if you like mythical legends and things like that, if you're interested in that kind of world building, then I think you would enjoy it. And the songs are actually really, really good. And it has this sort of overall story of like self-acceptance and the importance of embracing who you are. And that is obviously a very sort of like done a million times. It is a lot in a lot of like the Disney cartoons and so on. But I think it's still done in this movie like in a fresh and interesting, unique way. So yeah, as crazy as it sounds, I do recommend K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. And also on Netflix, there is a new-ish show called Too Much. And it's kind of like a romantic comedy. But it's by Lena Dunham, who did like the show Girls, that was on HBO. So if you liked that kind of vibe, maybe you would like Too Much as well. And the thing I really actually liked about it is that the main character is a plus size woman, but her being plus size doesn't the plot doesn't revolve around it. It's not really even referenced. I think she calls herself fat maybe like one time, but it's not like, it's not the most interesting or like the most central thing about her, which is like so refreshing. Because if you are plus size and you've watched some movies or shows where the main character is plus size, or any character is plus size, usually it's about them either hating themselves or like I don't know, being kind of like stereotypically depressed that they're plus size and they have to lose weight or something like that. So it was really refreshing to see. The show itself is kind of like, I have a sort of like a love-hate relationship with it, because the characters make really dumb choices. And also like the main character is very like, she's very vulnerable and very like insecure, but not because she's plus size, but because she's a mess like mentally. So it's kind of, at times it was a little bit hard to watch, but I think it was still like really like fresh and unique, and yeah, a good show. So I would recommend Too Much as well. Both of these recommendations are sort of based on something that is new and something that is different to all the media that we usually see. So yeah, those are my Netflix recommendations. Okay, this has been a long video, so if you made it to the end, please comment below and let me know which was your favorite part of the video. But yeah, thanks again to Ulla Popken for sponsoring the video. and I hope you enjoyed this content. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!